pretty straightforward. I mean, I personally didn't have the best game, but I did like more or less what I was supposed to, so it's not a very difficult one. Oh. So you mentioned you wanna focus on like how to get much higher MR.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean the first thing to think about is like what heroes you play in solo queue. I mean you probably heard that like yeah you wanna be should be a versatile player, stuff like that. But the thing is, like in order to improve at the game, like things like positioning and like movements and awareness, all those kind of things. In order to improve in that, you need to focus on it. And like if you're playing a hero you're not 100% comfortable on, then like that's gonna distract you because you also need to think about the hero. You need to think about how to use your spells and all that stuff. So in that sense, it's easier to keep your hero pool narrow so that you really can actually focus on those other things. With that being said, though, the few heroes that you do play, they should be like slightly different from each other. Like you don't want to have, I don't know, like let's say you have 4 carry heroes. You don't want like all 4 of them to be hard carries that need babysitting and a ton of farm, because like that's all the same playstyle, and it's not gonna be like viable in every single game. So in that sense, you wanna have a couple heroes that you're comfortable on, and you can pick them for different situations. Like let's say, because I mean you play mostly safe lane, right? So you want to have like a couple go-to heroes that are like for when you're gonna have an easy lane, like there's no pressure, you have strong lane support and the enemies have like some kind of weak offlaner. But then you also need to have a few go-to heroes for when you see that, like let's say you have a greedy jungler or like a roaming, like 2 roaming supports or like whatever greedy supports that can't really help you in the lane. That and or like the enemy offlane is very strong, like it could be some strong dual lane and stuff. So I have like a couple of heroes prepared for registration in that sense. But yeah, from there you basically you want to like eliminate as much as possible like thinking about how to play your hero so that you can really focus on stuff like movement and yeah, decision making basically, and dealing damage, like taking objectives and stuff without dying, more or less. That's it. It's all adapting, of course, but yeah. Right, so this game I actually cannot see people selecting roles on the minimap, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, this Naga's gonna. He said he's gonna play carry, so I'm just gonna support, I guess.
Yeah. And like yeah, narrow, but you can also like stick to, like you want to stick to mostly 1 or 2 roles, but again also like when it comes to purely climbing MR, you have to also like be prepared to play something else, like I mentioned. So
Yeah.
no. So Omni as a support is fairly greedy, and like you already have a Underlord as well. I mean a Podge, sorry, which is like you guys are the support duo. Now Podge Omni, like that's not a very standard support duo, and yeah. Let's see how the lanes pan out. So looks like their offlaner is a Bat Rider, or okay, I'm not sure actually, because they have Invoker mid. I mean, most likely, but they have a Troll and a Luna as well, so it could be like either a Troll or Luna duo offlaning or something, or one of them with jungler, I guess. Not too sure how they're gonna lane it, but I cannot even see like the shop and stuff. Tells me that you still have wards in stock, but you guys bought both, so no. Anyway, so your goal this game, like the hero you really want to be playing with is mostly Lina. Of course not early on, like, but when she gets going a little bit, like that's the hero you want to enable. And that's the hero that you run around after and you get kills together, pressure, and, like, use space for your Naga to farm. But yeah, of course with Pudge as well, like you guys are not a bad roaming duo. I mean, not great, but for example, Invoker is a very weak mid laner. He's very slow, so you actually have a lot of kill potential on him. Like you can pick up a smoke relatively early when you and Pudge have like level 2 each, level 3, but even level 2 I would say. You can like just smoke mid together and that's a free kill on Invoke. Right, never mind, it's a Wind Ranger mid.
Yeah.
Offlane Troll, so I don't know where I guess Invoker's jungling or something. Right. Yeah, I think with
Why don't I have first skills?
yeah, Purification might have been a better choice there, because like 90 pure damage is equal to like 2-3 hits. Yeah, like Pudge will probably stay alive.
Yeah, bro.
Especially because like you're a support, so you're not gonna be getting too many levels, and like you really want to have 3 points in heal by level 2. But that will mean that you don't have the repel available. Since it's a jungling bat though, should be okay. So if you want to play the role, like now that you did skill the aura, like you can buy an Orb of Venom and you can play this role of kind of bully where you just chase the troll around, you can really zone him. Right now the lane is pushing though, so you want to try and get the pull off. I'm not sure if you'll make it 53. Yeah, probably not happening. Yeah, just try to get the next one then. So like in a 2v1 situation, you just wanna push out the lane and get the pull, and like that's how you deny experience from the troll. Don't pull this one because it's not gonna kill your creep wave. Like get the big one. Because this camp is not stacked, so what's gonna happen is your creep wave kills it, survives, and it pushes, yeah. And that's the opposite of what you want to happen. You want to kill the creep wave. This is a pretty weak camp, so try to like start hitting your own creeps as soon as they drop below half, to make sure that your creep wave actually dies. And of course, yeah, if you get deny, you get some bonus experience too. Just whack it like you. Yeah, I mean now this is gonna survive. So I mean you could have killed like denied one more. Oh, you disconnected, right?
Lagging a little bit right now.
Yeah, you can afford boots at this point. It's better than the Orb of Venom now, because yeah. Getting Soaring as well as mana boots is pretty overkill. Like technically there's the option of going for... Alright, so when you go for Harass, don't hit him while you're standing in your creep wave, because you immediately draw aggro. And what happens is the enemy creeps hit you, but your creeps continue hitting them, so that basically just pushes the lane. So you want to make sure you run out like in front of the troll, between the troll and his tower, and then you hit him, because then you're out of range for his creeps to aggro onto you.
Yeah.
And like now once again the wave is pushed, so troll is able to like farm freely under his tower, more or less. At least he's like free to get experience, and you can't really go harass him because he's under the tower. So you want to make sure you pull this camp at 53 now, and this time like it's gonna pull and you're gonna stack at the same time, so there are gonna be two camps and we'll wipe the creep wave for sure, and properly deny like troll experience. Just gotta hope Podge doesn't block it. And yeah, so well, that's a bit unfortunate. You can try on the next one, I guess. Ideally, like like now you want to push the lane, so because you want those creeps to continue, so that you can actually get the pull off. Because otherwise, like your creeps prioritize aggro on the enemy creeps over neutrals. So yeah, you can go now. Should work this time. If you... So you're able to like run here as well. Do you see my ping or?
No.
No. Okay. So I mean, instead of going left to the trees.
I think I was just pulling him a little late, but.
No, 23 is the timing. It's just you're running left to the trees, but if you run up, then like that's a little bit further, and that's gonna make the space. And also like the way your creeps draw aggro, it's you don't have to like walk the neutrals into your wave. The neutrals just need to hit you while you're close to your creeps. Like getting attacked, that's what pulls the aggro.
Yeah.
It's a pretty important thing to like be able to pull. Just a little bit of lobby practice if you're not certain about it. You can repel the Podge here, so he doesn't. I mean, he would die anyway to right click, so it's yeah. But slap on the repel, he doesn't take damage from his own rot at least. Move your TP to inventory. Yeah. Alright, so you have a ward now. Like, what's your thought
Get the
process?
control.
What's up?
Like, I mean, you placed already, so. But I was thinking, like, what do you want to achieve with the ward? Because, like, right now you're pressuring this tower, right? And. Like, enemies are generally positioned behind their tower, so that's where the ward behind the tower is really nice at this stage of the game when you're trying to push. Because this ward is like it's a ward for the first 5 minutes where the supports are gonna be running around here, but like right now it doesn't do that much.
Yeah.
So either a bit further to the left, so you actually see like down into the low ground, further into the jungle, or just straight up the best one is behind the tower, because then you see the lane, and then you can see TPs and stuff, and that's the ward that actually enables you like to push the tower safely. So you want to avoid like TPing, like if there's no immediate pressure. Right? I mean, Nago's not getting dived, so there's no. Like, using the TP like that when there's like nothing actually happening is... It's kind of a waste, because they see that you TP there and then walk away, they know that you have no TP now, so they will just die. And the same goes for bottom.
Yeah.
So, like, a Naga is not a hero you want to be running around with, because Naga needs space to farm and get her experience. You want to be, like I mentioned earlier, walking around with Lina, because Lina is the one that's gonna pushing and stuff, so like enable her. Like, she's gonna be going for kills and whatnot.
Keep lagging. I'm frozen.
Ah, yeah, you disconnected again from the game.
Your middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So you have 4 wards now. Like, what's your thought process? Where, like, you have to think ahead what your team wants to do, and like where you're gonna need vision.
Regeneration.
For example, like, you need a ward on mid, but like where on mid?
I don't think so.
Probably.
Loaded to the gills.
Again, you can't see my pings, but since you want to pressure the tower, you're kind of like invading the jungle. You can just sneak behind and place it behind the tier 1. But you do that from the trees. Now from here, they're gonna see you. From the trees, like, you know, the trees between the tier 1 and the tier 2, like there's a path. You just walk there, you can place it from there without getting spotted. Like, it's super important that, yeah, they don't see you placing the ward, because then it's just gonna get dewarded. So now you can see like TP support coming in and stuff. You see exactly what's going on behind the miniature, and you're pretty much free to dive her with the next creep wave. You just repel your podge and you can run in. He just gets the hook. Bit unfortunate there with the rot. Now the next place like enemies can come from to defend is from the area in their shrine. So you can place a ward there, like either on top of the shrine or actually got her again. So there, like, it's obviously it's gonna pop win run. Like, your right click doesn't do anything. So either you just let the push do it alone, or you like quickly use the heal bomb like as soon as he gets hooked. So yeah, you want to ward here either on top of the shrine or like around the bounty room in that area. Like, just get general vision. So this ward is not too great because yeah, it doesn't see a whole lot. Like, you might as well put it on the cliff then. You get way more vision.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But try to think about your movement. Like, there are a bunch of enemy heroes down here. Right, mid tower's already down.
Has been denied.
Like, if you show yourself in the lane and they know you're there, they're not gonna go on the inner lord because they know you're buried there, like right next to him. You can save him. But if you move like in a like without getting seen, you stand behind, you stand in the trees, and then you can actually bait. See, like, they didn't see the potch coming, so he's able to get the hook off. That was nice. I have your camera on top, but looks like now it's fine.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Well, your mid tower's taking damage, you're not really contributing anything to this push, so you should TP mid and make sure you defend it.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Like, of course you don't want to run out too far and die. Like, your goal here is to just make sure the tower stays safe.
Top tower is under attack. The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
And of course, Wind Ranger is gonna power shot the creeps because she wants to push the lane and farm. So you should not be standing in the creep wave to then also get hit by the power shot because there's no reason for that. So you can afford mana boots now. Yeah, you can push out this wave first if you want. But it's, yeah, you see enemies, now Wind Ranger is coming.
Use that skill, I can just kill him.
I was getting bashed. I was worried.
So getting full magic wand on supports is not that useful. Like the 4 stats don't really do anything for you. It's fine to get a stick just because you're against a bad rider who spams a lot of spells, but there's really no need for the full magic wand. Like you wanna put that money towards your next item. Or maybe a range drop for mana regen or something.
Illusion.
All wands will break.
Yeah, that was a nice recall. Only way for it to survive is to shackle, so. So you see the top is still being pressured and you probably want to go for top tower soon. So you can place that ward on the cliff at their secret shop.
Dire structures are fortified. Your top
And then,
tower is under
like with your team, you can push out the lane and...
Time to poke. Lost fight for me.
You don't come, guys. Don't, no, you die.
Bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under
I mean, that was a pretty stupid call by the coach. Like, there's no way Lina dies. She could have killed him easily. Especially with you behind her, but... So now you see Troll on the ward, and maybe Lina will move in. You kill them together. But she's not. Okay, you want to prevent the tower from taking damage, so make sure you kill these creeps, or at least tank them. Your heal also insta kills the range creeps, so just stand next to them so you hit them too.
Okay.
Haste.
And you want to heal yourself up anyway, so stand between the
Wait for me.
mid and the ranged and even do some damage. It's perfect. Right, check out, there's a fight going on. Probably want to help Lina. So you're only pushing this tower next, and against iron stuff, you can place a ward behind it. But not, you can't run like that because the creeps, like there's no, you cannot ward like this. Creeps are seeing you right now. Just never place wards if the enemies have like vision of you, or it's obvious that they have vision of you.
What do you think? The gold or the XP?
Goal is fine because yeah, like you don't really need the max aura or tons of levels, and Guardian Angel don't do that much. And you're not really hitting creeps a lot, so the gold will help you scale. Nice, so
No sorceries avail.
right now you can like move, sneak behind the tower, take the long way around, and try to get that ward down. Because they're all standing there, there could be more people standing there soon. Not on the cliff, but behind the tower, at the stairs. It's just on the stairs, like you see so much more, you're gonna see like way further into the lane. But it's like close enough, you know, that's where it should be, more or less.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
So now you're also gonna see every time like someone pushes out the bottom lane, you're able to see if they're alone, like if they're baiting or if they're just farming alone and like free to get picked off.
Your top tower is under attack.
Healing shock.
I didn't really talk about the item choice. I mean, you're going for 4 staff, which it's fine, like especially against Invoker and actually against pretty much all the heroes. 4 staff is really good.
Be well. The last word. For justice.
Hey, shit!
Just make sure you keep following the Lina. No, the neighbor her is moving to the right, so we have vision of them. Right, so that ward already, like that's already 1 kill you get from the ward, or maybe not. We have mana boots. And by the way, what I mentioned, like I mentioned that the full wand is not great, but getting a stick is
Stick is fine.
definitely a good idea against bat. Yeah, it's just that there's no, the only like you upgrade stick to wand to get the stats, but you're a support, you're just setting back, so the stats don't do much.
Dire structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack.
So that's your ward, right? On the close to mid.
Yeah. Which one? I'm pretty sure they're all mine.
Yeah, cause so I mean that's
Your
like the, I don't know, I'm not sure why you put it in between the trees, but like this just doesn't really see a whole lot. Like it's a pretty good spot for ward.
Right there. Should have put it out further.
Your bottom tower has
If you see like the one ahead, you see like the leftmost tree. Like there's this, I don't know, wooden post with a lamp or some shit. No, a bit further down. So I mean that was just position like again as a like position 5 Omni, you wanna be behind your enemy, so like you should never be able to, they should never be able to like get a jump on you or get a shackle on you or whatever.
Illusion.
Anyway, there are still 2 towers on top, so you probably wanna move there. You can smoke with your team in order to get the wards out before going for a tower. Like the most classic move is to have your carry or pushing hero, so either like the Naga or the Lina, like one of them pushing out the lane while you smoke with the second support and the offlaner, and you wrap around. You get the vision down. If there's someone there, you kill them. If there's not, you just go for the tower. Right now, however, your Podge is bottom on the Lord mid, so you can't really do that yet. No, don't run up, don't run up. You don't see anyone. Like, this is almost 10% death. If there's no one on the map, you can't just run up alone. You can sit behind the Lina and like she takes the tower. It's they shouldn't be able to kill her as long as so you don't want to be What's going on? Like, don't stack up with your team like that because you're just putting yourself in range. If Invoker is gonna use his tornado on them, you get hit as well. There's no reason for that. You just stand a bit further back. If Wind Ranger throws a shackle onto like the Nag or the Lina, you shouldn't be in range to get shackled onto them.
Yeah.
Maybe TP bottom might get dived. Just keep an eye out for that. So now you can also place a deeper ward. Again, you could like walk around on the right and get a ward either on that cliff or behind the tower again.
Oh, they made TP. Be careful. Be careful.
Like right now you're yeah. I mean you can hit tower, I guess, when they're all down, but just standing around there like that is you're basically just giving the tower extra armor. Like you have to get into the mindset of your like the role of your hero. Like you wanna stand behind, be in range for your spells, like, to run in and heal and repel someone, but you don't wanna be like ever close enough to get hit by enemy stuff. And every time you're going for a push, there's no reason to show yourself. You're not hitting the tower, so why do you need to be in vision? Because if you're showing yourself, then the battle rider sees where you are and he can like blink lasso you. But if you just stay hidden in the trees, you can't do that. Yeah, that was a good recall. After you use your spells, like again, don't just run in for no reason. Like your spells are on cooldown, so just sit back, make sure you cannot get caught or focused. Right now, since you're pushing high ground, what you can do is like take a step back, solo smoke, and place a ward on the high ground. So you have vision inside your base. It's important to solo smoke because otherwise they'll see you doing it.
So use the smoke and do it?
Yeah, just pop the smoke here. And you make sure it doesn't actually... well, now you can place the ward. Just like someone in their base, yeah, that's perfect. Like using smokes to get wards down is like, it's perfectly fine, like that's a good use of a smoke. I mean, chances are like, yeah, maybe these guys won't notice, won't deward anyway, but... Alright, Pod just placed the second ward at the same spot.
Your top tower has fallen.
So Naga died on the top lane. I mean, you had a TP ready. She probably TP to that tower, so TP would have been late. Maybe you can save her, but like every time your Naga or your Lina just TPs out to defend the lane like that, you can should keep an eye out at least. Be ready to save them if they get jumped. The other thing is to be conscious of when you're showing yourself on the map, like when you're because you're telling the enemies where you are, like you're giving them information. So if you're giving, like letting the enemies know something, that you need to be getting something in return. So if you're like alone and you go to push out a lane and you reveal yourself in the process, like that's fine because you're getting something done. But if your Lina is pushing out the lane, there's no reason for you to show yourself. Do you get what I mean? Like just now, Lina was pushing out top lane. Okay, you want to be close to her to like save her if they go on her, but there's absolutely no reason for you to show the enemy team that you're there. Like right now, I'm not sure why you're moving here because you don't have wards to place, and that's you're not gonna kill anyone alone, obviously. So again, Lina is pushing up this lane. There's no reason for you to tell the enemies, yo guys, I'm here as well, by the way. Like don't stand next to the creeps. Just imagine like you're on the enemy team and like
Yeah.
their line of sight from the creeps, their vision. You can buy a TP from a side shop here, you don't have any right now. Your Underlord already has Greaves, so mech is not the choice. You can go for a Buckler. It's pretty good against Troll and Wind Ranger. Sorry, you can use the Buckler to get a Crimson Guard. Either that or yeah, you could go for a Solar Crest, a Pipe, yeah. Wait, don't get a mech obviously. So right now you also don't want to be standing in Roche, but you're not hitting the Roche, so if you're standing next to Lina, let's say a tornado comes in, then you just both get hit.
Yeah, makes sense.
You see the Invoker right now, so...
Immortality.
So once again, like your Lina and Underlord are pushing out the lane, so the enemies shouldn't see you. There's no reason for them to see you. Yeah, standing in the trees near her, that's a good spot. Because now if they go on her, you're close enough to save, but the enemies don't know that you're there. And maybe it feels like, if you stand still, you're not doing anything, and like, it feels bad, like you always want to be running somewhere or whatever, but if you're standing still, you can use that time to actually like look around the map. Like
Don't push, guys, don't
check
push.
enemy items, check enemy levels, think about their timings, like that's why those things are a lot easier to do when you're playing support, because you have the time to do it. Again, unfortunately, I cannot like check out your player perspective, but
No sorceries avail. Fresh.
heal for the Lina. So you saw what happened there. It was exactly what I told you, right? Like you were
Yeah.
in range to get EMP tornadoed with the Underlord. So even though he's the target, like you got caught in it as well. Remember also Buckler has a active ability like +2 armor.
Healing and harm. Fear not heresy.
Guess your Underlord DC'd.
Guess, yeah, I don't know what that was.
Anyway, if he's like out of position, there's no reason for you to run in and just die as well. Like if anything, you being there allowed
Tower is under attack.
the Luna Glaives to deal more damage.
Yeah.
Quiver is empty.
So yeah, once again, like playing support just gives you more. You're not hitting creeps, like you're not thinking about your farm, you're not thinking that much about, yeah, what items you're going for, because like you don't have the biggest item progression. Like yeah, you get mana boots, you get 4 staff, and then you get some third item. Okay, generally defensive items, or utility items, but that does give you like the freedom to think about all these other things that I'm mentioning. Like keep track of enemy timings. Like you should be the one who like pings out every time a core gets a new item. You see them going for an item. You can like track enemy movement around the map, stuff like that. And also just imagine like you're playing the Invoker, the Wind Ranger. Like both Tornado and the Shackle, like good examples, those spells, they're in a line. So when you see when they're standing, you see where your allied hero standing is mostly going to be the target. You don't want to be in the line behind them. Like there you came from the side, so Tornado was no chance of hitting you, and that was good. I probably want to move wards to active slot, yeah. So once again you have 4 wards available. You can just plop down 1 in the base. Again, I mean, don't smoke for it this time, might get you warded, but you have 4, so not the biggest deal. Now again, think about your positioning. Where is Invoker gonna cast Tornado from? How is it gonna fly? Make sure it doesn't hit you, because he's gonna aim it at the front line. Yeah. Naga could use a heal.
Your top tower is under attack.
Arrow lies broken.
Purification.
Tower is under attack.
Okay, that's getting better. Like, you're standing in the right place now.
The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen. Your
What is he doing?
This guy might be lagging as well, I guess. Ult, nice. Oh, you forced after show.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Yeah, but dust. He's out. So you still have wards left over. You can place another lane ward here. just because like they will be pushing this lane out. So on the stairs where I mentioned last time, when you're pushing tier 2, just here to the left. Yeah. You can wait for a creep wave to pass and then just go behind it. And you can also just place one here around the bounty room, just anywhere. Like this one is not, because it's seeing the river, but the enemies are not really gonna walk through your river because like you have 2 lanes of Rex already.
Loaded to the gills.
Have omniscience.
It's not the heat, it's the humiliation.
So think about where you want to go next. Possibly Roche, so you can get a Roche ward. You want to push top. Yeah, Sion Lord is even drawing it, so just place some wards that facilitate that. Like this one on the cliff next to Roche. To the left, yeah. It's a fine ward.
Haste.
Double damage.
Yap.
Yeah, it's a okay ward on mid, but it's more about mid and you already have the mid Rex. You're gonna be pushing top rather, so.
For justice.
It's right here.
All couriers coming. Get it?
Radiant's courier has been slain. Fortified. The enemy's top barracks have fallen.
All top.
Onward without fear, my friends.
Ah, why?
I mean, at this point your team's kind of like dying fountain. You can't really save them that much. Just try to get out. Maybe repel the Naga. Or the Podge. He's like furthest behind.
No sorceries avail. Fresh meat.
I mean, you got the Mega, so the game is pretty much secured, I guess.
Yeah.
So, what did you feel like? Because, at least like from my impression from your movements, it felt like you weren't very sure where to go most of the time.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I don't know, just following around the other guys.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I mean that's what you should be doing, like on the mid game onwards and like for pushes. But there were like several times where you just got caught out by a spell that was like not even aimed for you. Like that shouldn't happen.
Invis.
Burn.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Triple fire.
Time to punch. Boy, fresh meat.
Because I mean like your spellcasting stuff is fine. It's like mechanics and whatnot. It's just the thing you gotta focus on is like thinking about what's gonna happen. Like don't just wait for something to happen and then react. Like
Guys, command me. I'm so good.
don't wait like, oh they went on my Lina,
That's pretty good.
now I should run there to save her. No, you should like think ahead because you're, like I said, like you are standing around a lot, which just gives you the time to really think about the enemy movements. Be like, all right, I see this hero there, like you know, the invoker is moving top. Like probably wants to go Lina. I'll TP in advance and sit behind her so I can counter like healer and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how you should be thinking as kind of backline support. Well, that's pretty much game. I mean, yeah, bit unfortunate you didn't get your role. At least the game was like not as one-sided as the previous one, right?
Yeah, the last one.
So is Omni like one of your conflict like support picks, or how do you feel about him?
I used to play him a lot. I haven't played him in probably a couple months, but I'd say I usually just play the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah. All right.
Hold on 1 second here. Do you have time for another? I have time.
Right now, actually, I mean, no, because I asked you earlier, right? And you said you can only do one, so.
Sure.
Yeah. But just message on Skype then. We can decide on the next one then.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll also message you like a couple. I mean, the key points what I was talking about this game. Just message them again
Sure.
to you so you can go over them.
Sure.
Alright then.
See you, man.
See you, mate. Thanks for watching, guys.